So here is an inside look at our 3-on-3 program. And we usually like to start off with some type of warm-up, whether it's ball handling or some game-like action. Here we're doing some 2-ball stuff with a partner. So Ashley here is going to alternating pound dribbles. And then Georgia, her partner, the girl who doesn't have a basketball, is going to call out right or left. So, for example, if she calls out, let's see what hand she calls out. She calls out right. Ashley has to pass it, one bounce pass off the dribble with that right hand while maintaining her left hand. Then Georgia calls out left, and Georgia has to keep her dribble while maintaining the other dribble. So the key here is you don't want the passed ball or the ball you're receiving to mess up your dribble, and you want everything to be a one-handed catch like Ashley just did directly into her dribble. Then she's going to communicate and call out left, and then she just gets right into it. So alternating straight pound dribbles, and your partner will call out which hand to throw it. Now here we're doing the same thing, except after the player passes, they're going to exchange hands as they go by the person who just received the pass. So for example, Ashley's going to do her alternating straight pound dribbles. Georgia is going to shout out, once again, right or left. So let's see what she does. Ashley's got a good wide stance, so she says left. Now, the ball's in her right hand, so she's going to come up and she has to exchange hands and then hit that ball for an active offhand because that's simulating protecting the basketball as you're driving by. So what happens with most kids is they'll lose the ball once they use their offhand. Now here, this is where we implemented working on our down screen. And then we wanted to use 3 basketballs because we got more shots. So as you can see, the ball handler starts with 2 basketballs. Then the down screen action happens. The ball handler passes both, and then they're going to get a shot from the ball in a chair. So let's watch. Ashley alternating, and then she tells Madeline to go screen, down screen. Haley has to wait. Now, what we worked on here especially was the screener, which is Madeline in the gray, is going to show her hands to the ball because usually the screener is open. So Ashley has to throw that pass right there, and then she has to immediately hit the girl coming up, which is Haley. Haley is going to take one dribble and shoot it. Ashley is going to take one dribble and shoot it after she picks the ball off the chair. So this is a great way to work on some game actions and get everybody a shot. So let's check out the boys here. The boys actually made all 3 of those. So Drew went a little bit early. He wants to ideally wait for the screen. But yeah, 1, 2, and then 3. They made all 3. We got really, really excited once that happens. So now, once we've done our skill component and our game-like actions, maybe like a 3-on-0, then we're actually going to play 3-on-3 in our 3-on-3 program. Now, we don't normally do this in our regular group skills training. However, this is a very specific, well, that's a foul, a very specific program that we're focused on 3-on-3. There's another foul. These boys, we had uneven numbers, so these boys are kind of really good to play against each other because they're similar age, size, and strength. So they had a 2-on-2 action going here because we had some people missing. So they did a great job of playing some pick and roll. That's what we went over in weeks 1 and 2. Anthony did a great job of feeding Devin there. Let's listen in on a huddle. All right. So you're doing a good job, but sometimes you're missing opportunities to what? Pass. And the reason for that is, let me see the ball, is that you're so concerned with your defender that you're not seeing when that person is open right away. So you just got to think, okay, as soon as somebody's open, I have to throw it right away. Because if you wait, the opportunity is gone. So what am I saying? Pass the ball. As soon as somebody is open. Yeah, dribbling's not wrong. Remember, dribbling is only wrong when you miss an opportunity. So if you come up, I want you to throw it, unless you have a drive or you call up a screen, I want you to throw it right away and then go move, go screen. What did I just say? Pass the ball. And that's something we do often with our 3-on-3 program is that we let them play because we don't want to stop the kids from playing. So we want to teach, but we don't want it to become stale where they're just listening to me and not really being active and learning through just playing and making mistakes. But we do go over key teaching points. And what was happening was the ball handler was not throwing the ball soon enough. They were waiting too long. And it's not an intentional selfish play. Sometimes they just don't see the person or their dribbling is not sound enough where they feel comfortable with somebody on them to make a quick decision because they're so worried about their defender. That's a great rebound by Will there. But we just have to stress, when somebody's open, you throw it right away. Will does a really good job of driving and passing to his teammates. There he is doing a great job of moving without the ball, and he's pivoting out of trouble there. The girls, this girls team did a great job of talking while playing defense. They would always say who had the ball, who was in help. And now this is 3-on-3-on-3. If you get the rebounds or if you score, you go down to the other end. And here's a great splitting of the defense by Will, and gets a tough bucket right there.
Drive. Buckets. That is a
Great listener. Clap once. How many fingers? 2. 3 claps. 1 clap. 1. 0. Okay, so what are we talking about today? What do we practice? We talked about making a pass and doing a what? Down? Screen. When I screen, the person I'm screening for goes right away, they have to wait. Wait. Now, what do we work on? Screening and showing your hands to the ball. Who's usually open? The screener. By the way, when you're playing basketball, when somebody's open, do you hold the ball or throw it right away? Right. Turn to the person next to you and say, play like a team, bro. Play like a team, bro. We did a great job today. I heard this team, you did a great job talking on defense. Really, really good job. You should always talk both on offense and on what? Defense. Defense is especially more important to talk. You got to let people know that you have the ball. You got to let people know that when you're helping, right? You've learned that, right, with Coach Stockoff? Does anybody have a question? So when you go home, you're going to talk about, your parents are going to say, hey, how was it? You tell them, how you felt it was. That's your opinion. And then you can say, I learned that the screener is usually open. And then when you're open, what do? You show your hands to the ball. I learned that when somebody's open, to throw it right away. I learned that I should talk on defense. And I should also talk on offense. Give me a thumbs up if you understand. Turn to the person next to you and say, this is good stuff. All right, adios. Hey, this is Coach Nick Aldero, and I want to thank you for watching our all-access pass to our 3-on-3 program that we did. Normally, what I do personally is skill enhancement, which focuses on the raw details and skills of the game. Every once in a while, we'll do a 3-on-3 program where we focus on some game actions and then play 3-on-3. But for the most part, my goal is to help players really, really hone in on their skill improvement. Like I said, this is more of game action. Both are good. Both are needed. My focus is more so on the skill enhancement part. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and if you're looking for extra help, check out the link in the first comment or the links in the description.